Do you know how serious our problem is? I hear about people and I read about people that are already employed and they prefer to resign better than to ask or to confront their bosses about getting a promotion. Somebody might be embarrassed of his or of her grades and they wouldn't think to come to the instructor. Maybe their grades are supposed to be changed. Maybe you are right. Maybe you will be getting a promotion if you confronted your boss. And maybe you might get a lot of answers and a lot of opportunities that you missed because you decided not to speak at the right moment, at the right time, and at the right place. Why do we stop just talking to people, regardless of their position? What made such a system, and who defined such a system? Who decided that talking to your friends are easy, but talking to your boss is difficult? It is a hidden rule that we somewhat don't try to break, even though it is too legal and it's absolutely no problem if you try to break it. As we grow up, we were always told what to do. It's fine with guidance and it's fine to have someone that makes you in the right path, but we reach to a level of memorizing what previous people did just to be on the safe side. Why do I need to do that? Who says that I need to do that? And what keeps me continuing on this path, on this safe side that really won't tell me who am I? These are questions that just trigger your mind. Just the sound of these questions makes you excited to do them, to find the answer as fast as you can. But then we reach to a wall of management, a wall of instructors, a wall of parents. I had many people saying, Ahmed, I didn't want to work on this location. But in the interview, I was told by my friends that I need to say yes to whatever questions they give. Do you prefer to work on that place? Yes, I want to do that. I have no problems. If you send me to any other places, I would be happy. And I had one friend saying, I have a feeling that I made some mistakes, but my mistakes in the exam, in the final exam, were not really that huge. But I wanted to go, and then I felt hesitant because this is the instructor, the one who is expert, and I am not that dedicated and hardworking person. So you will never know, my friend, what will happen. And I think you know who you are. And the third one is just shocking one. And we all know that it's true. It's happening to some of us. I didn't want to choose this major, but my family made me choose it. I didn't have the courage to say what I want because those are my parents who spent their life caring about me and caring about my future. So they will know what to do and what will be the best fit for me in terms of my major and in terms of my future. I should never say no, no matter what, from my parents, from my instructors, or from my bosses, and also from my friends at some cases. We were told not to talk in a formal meeting. We were told not to sit to someone who is higher in position than you. And we were told not to say no to your parents, whatever they decided to do with your life. 3 rules, 3 hidden rules that we need to break. And this breaking will happen just from ourselves. What made our parents, friends, bosses, instructors follow some certain hidden rules, and they are absolutely sure that they are working to the best of our knowledge? We need to understand why are they saying that? Where are they coming from if they are saying such really huge things that determine someone's future? Go back to the example of feeling embarrassed and feeling silly. Just think about the consequence. You are in a place filled with management and you just said something that you find really interesting for you and will benefit your management. You say it and then imagine the awkward silence that would happen. Imagine your boss shouting at you at the end of the meeting. Imagine getting laughed at in secret behind your back for a very long amount of time. this would actually destroy your career absolutely from the beginning. So this makes someone, or this makes the family, the friends, the instructors, all the people say, we should make a rule. Rule number one, never talk when the management is sitting in a meeting. When we come to the instructor example, they put a really strict rule saying in the email, they document it. Whoever wants to change or to modify his or her grade, if I did not find any mistake, then your grade, the one that you had before coming to me, will change and will be lower than what you got. If I got 50 out, no, that's really low. If I got 90 out of 100, and then I came to the instructor, said that there is something wrong, and he said, no, there isn't, then I probably have less than 90 because of my argument and the time that I spent with him to correct his non-existent mistake. So this made people really scared not to talk to the instructor, even if they are given a grade that they didn't feel this is the grade that they got. Rule number two, never say anything to your instructor. And rule number three is when you're talking with parents. They raised you and they know what you want, and that's why someone has somewhat difficulties to explain to them why they have to have major X instead of major Y. Major Y is the one they chose for him, and he said, no, I want major X. There is a reason that he found it is not that strong compared to the parents that they were born before him and that they were experienced some situations that are similar to that, and so they know better than you. Rule number three, never say no to your parents. But I'm going to make you break these three rules. Hopefully. Not just by explaining what other successful leaders did before you. For me, there was a moment I talked, and because of that, I got employed. There was a moment I talked, and because of that, I went to university. And there was a moment that I am mostly proud of, that I talked and I got in Toastmaster. And I felt really embarrassed that moment. I felt really shy and silly, and you name it. And I'm not just planning to stop, even though it might get me in trouble sometime, but I'm not planning to stop. You are also the same. And now you have the chance, after this video, to prove to yourself and prove to others that this person that you see is not that silly, embarrassed, shy person, nervous person. It is a person that has a successful story that is not yet published, and it's going to be published if you started and decided to go one step ahead of yourself. Good luck.